texting you and trying to sex chat you. Even when you're talking to him over the phone, he's saying things like, what panties are you wearing? Hi guys, what's poppin'? I'm back again, and this is episode 2 of dating in your 20s. And today we're going to be speaking on the red flags, guys. Red flags. Like, I feel like a lot of people ignore red flags, but today is the day you stop ignoring them in order for you to have a very peaceful relationship, or you just stay peaceful single than you get yourself into a very messy situation. Because I'd love to say that once you allow certain things, they don't just know how to stop. Or you cannot allow something from the very beginning and then you go in and you're like, you know what, I want you to, nah. So keep watching. So before we go on, I just want to say, you guys, if you want to say something, please just drop it in the comment section. I get a lot of DMs after most of my videos. You can just go ahead and swipe up till you get to where there's a comment section and you pour out your heart. I keep saying it, no one knows it's you, no one's going to come for you, nothing like that. This is not Instagram where they just pop into your page and then they send you a message. This is YouTube, and anybody's troubling you, I will block the person on your behalf, okay? So please go ahead and drop the comments. Thank you. So the very first one I'm going to be talking about is lateness on a first date or a date at all. I personally do not know how to wait, and I'm not going to lie to you, many people do not know how to, especially when you're still trying to establish a relationship with someone and the person is coming late. Like, why will you ask me out on a date and you are late for no good reason? I've had a friend tell me that he was so late, and you know what, she just ordered food, she ate, and when he came, when she was almost done with her food, without dropping a call, he wanted to be all kiki and smiling, and she just paid her bills and walked out. Yes, that is the energy we're going to be giving in 2021. You can start now, even if it's the end of the year, except if he has a very valid reason. I mean, valid. If the reason is not valid enough, then please walk away, because he will keep you waiting for the rest of your life. Next one is splitting the bills. I'm sure you guys have heard this a lot of times, right? But it is very important that you should know that you splitting the bill on a first date is not feminism. It is not. And neither is it you being a boss bitch. I don't know what people think when they think that, okay, yeah, you can split the bill. Oh no, that's not for me. And that's not for the girls on this channel, okay? Like, I don't see why you should ask someone on a date and you want the person to split the bill. So after the person finishes dressing up, makeup, hair on fleek, everything on fleek, and you want them to split the bills. And then there's this episode on Big Brother that Maria was telling Boma and Pere that, okay, she's done with her hair, her makeup, dress, painting, and then you guys go out, like she's going out on a date, like have drinks and all of that, and then you're telling her you want her to split the bill. Like, is that how you want to impress her? That's exactly what she said. So sis, you're going to ask that guy, is this how you want to impress me? Because come on, really? And then I think Mama was like, oh no, I won't let her split the bill, and that's on period. Girl, you do not want that. So the next one is when he's always talking about his ex. And the most annoying thing is when he's now saying shitty things about the person. He's going to do that to you too. Sis, run, because he's going to do it to you. I mean, like, it's a different thing where someone is heartbroken and it's obvious the person is heartbroken and he's telling you certain things that happen. Let's say, for example, like, okay, fine, something really nasty happened to him and it's his ex that did it, and then he's telling you, oh, this is what happened, and you guys are like having a conversation. But you know when something is repeated and he goes on to like insult the person, call the person names, honestly, you can pass on an information about what someone did to you without having to insult the person. No matter what someone has done, they actually do deserve the respect you can give. In fact, not talking about them is just, don't even say it. But if you feel like, okay, you want to voice it out because yeah, it's important that this person knows, and maybe you want to be like, oh, don't do this to me, my ex did that, please don't insult the person. If you're talking with a guy, right, because this is dating in your 20s, and this dating in your 20s, this particular episode is not when you're in a relationship, right? You understand what I mean? Meeting people, talking to people, going out for drinks, dates, whatever. So I feel like when you're talking to a guy and you actually have a very pressing need, and if he doesn't offer to help you, that's actually a very big red flag for me. Especially guys are like, oh, okay, is that what happened? And then rolling, they're like trying to change the conversation. Why are you trying to change the conversation? I don't get it. Like, is this how you want us to do it? No, it doesn't work like that. If someone really cares about you, they're going to inquire and try as much as possible to help in any way they can. And I've said this in one of my videos. If you're going to be with a guy, you know what he can do and what he cannot do. So he can't be bringing $1 million bills for a young man. But I'm saying there are certain things where they can't even offer, probably to like drop you, you're stranded, something is happening, and then you call him here, can you like drop me? I'm stranded somewhere, or this, or I'm late. And he's like thinking, oh, you want to turn him to a driver. Really? Like, really? I think sometimes when people think, I don't really know what they're thinking, but I just want to say that you cannot teach anyone how to love you. Most especially these guys, you cannot. If a guy likes you, he will make it obvious. He will do anything. So when you're talking to someone that is not even making effort, just know that he's in for something else that we are not ready to give. All right, so if this person will not offer to help you in any way, or try to inquire, okay, what's wrong, how can I help, what's happening? I mean, it mustn't always be about the money, because most people think that when you start talking about what's wrong with you, they feel like, oh, it's just the money, it's just the money. I mean, listening to her and sharing the problems with her, it's enough. They say a problem shared is a problem half solved. I didn't get that, but you know what I'm talking about. So that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, you will know when a guy likes you, okay? And you don't need him to, you don't actually need to force somebody. You don't actually need to do that. If you know, you know. They make it obvious, darling. They do. So moving on, I just want to say that these tips I'm giving goes both ways, okay, for the girls and for the guys. So if you're a guy and you're talking to a girl and you're trying to share your problems with her, and she's just all up in her own business, she's not even trying to listen to what you have to say, then actually that's a red flag. Especially when it keeps happening and happening. That she's a girl doesn't mean that you're a guy, doesn't mean that you'll be the only one helping, assisting, and doing all of that. You actually need a girl that would actually like give you peace, to listen to what you have to say, your problems, a stressful day from work, and all of that. So yeah, it goes both ways. And also going out on a date and she's extremely late. Yeah, I know they said, oh, he has to wait for the girl, but he doesn't have to wait for her for a very long amount of time. That is so unreasonable, especially when you know the time is unreasonable. Like, that's a red flag. And when it's consistent, that's a red flag, trust me, because she's gonna keep playing with you. I mean, like, there's a way to like be a boss bitch without having to disrespect somebody's son, okay? Moving on is when he constantly checks his phone when you guys are together, but when it comes to texting you, it's a whole big problem altogether. And he's not even calling, because it's a different thing when he's like, oh, I'm a call person, I really want to like always hear your voice, I want to hear your little tiny beautiful voice, and you know, all of that. They just always say it like tease you and all of that thing. But when he's not even trying to call you and he's not even replying, but you know he's always with his phone. There are guys I know, oh my god, you know these guys so well that you know that their data is always on, literally always on. They are always with their phone, but it's a very big problem. Let me give you an example. So this is my friend. I would text him once, and the only time where he'd reply is when I delete the message. And then he'd be like, hey, why did you delete the message? I'm like, are you a maga? Like, I've been trying, like, I've texted you, you obviously know the message came in, you've seen the message, because you know how iPhone works, it just pops, right? And you see who, and you know what the person said, and you just ignore it, and you're online, and the person obviously knows you're always online. It's really annoying. So you always wait to when probably I delete it, and then you now tell me, oh sorry, why did you delete the message now? What did you write? And I'm like, really? You had to wait for me to delete the message before you reply me? Do you know what I want to tell you? Like, I'm not chasing you, fam, okay? So from there, I'm like, do you know what? Let me not even stress myself. Whatever it is, if I cannot, I would have to like put a call through. It's better I put a call through than a text, and I know you're online or is reading online. So if you're with a girl that does that to you, or a guy that does that, it's shitty, and you don't need that kind of energy. No one should run after anybody. I repeat, nobody should run after anybody. If you're not receiving the energy you're giving, cut the person loose, okay? Immediately. Thank you. When the guy gets so sexual so soon, and I hear guys give excuses like, oh, I'm touchy, I can't help myself. Really? Hey, no, we're not even going to do that, because this body here is not just for, you know, I mean, like, what are you thinking? You can't help yourself, really. But these are the same kind of guys that maybe when you say something about bills, they start running, but they want to touch your body. Really? See, whether bills or not, I don't think any guy should do that. Or when he's texting you and trying to sex chat you, even when you're talking to him over the phone, he's saying things like, what panties are you wearing? Hey, look, the thing is, you're even still trying to get to know this person, and he's already, he has jumped to that side of the bridge. Like, come on, take a chill pill. Do you know what? He doesn't even need to take a chill pill. You should be the one to take the chill pill by running away, because he's going to keep coming at you with that. And once he gets what he wants, he's going to bail, like, boom, he's out. Like, it's so irritating when a guy is always getting so sexual with you. He's always trying to talk about one thing or the other. He's always trying to ask you questions like, oh, what's your body count? Where do you like him most? What do you do at this time? Oh, talk, send me some pictures of your boobs. This, oh shit, very exhausting. So, if you get this kind of nasty things, sis, run as fast as your legs can carry you. So before I give you the last 2 tips, if you have anything to say in the comment section, please go ahead and do that. Like this video, and please subscribe to this channel if you have not. Okay, thank you. So moving on to the very last 2, where he's always bringing up traumatic events that have happened in his life. Yeah, I know to some people this is like, okay, like, oh yeah, he can tell me about it. Then he tells you some certain things that you're not like, I want to change him, I know he can change. If you've become Bob the Builder. It doesn't work like that. As it doesn't work like that. This is almost the same thing as bringing past, or bringing like past baggages into this new relationship, or into this new, still ongoing friendship. Maybe it will enter a relationship. It is the time for you to run, sis. Like, run as fast as your legs can carry you. I know that some people have had traumatic events, but you can't always try to use that as the topic of discussion every day. or in a situation whereby he acts on traumatic experience that has happened to him. There are some people that maybe they saw their fathers beating their moms, and they turned out to be people who actually get so angry, and they start, you know when a guy is so angry that he could actually hit you or beat you or injure you at that point, and then you want to become Bob the Builder, and okay, I can help him, he's going to change. At these early stages, it's time for you to run. Honestly speaking, yes, nobody can change anybody. They will change if they want to. So when you notice that a guy is like that, I think you should just take a piss, because you're not the first girl he's been with. You probably would not be the last, or you might as well just lose your life. And there are probably people in his life that might have tried to change him, family, friends. And why must it be you that want to do this work now that no one has sent you to do? I don't know why people are attracted to broken people. Yes, I know there is someone out there for everybody, but someone who is broken might as well be put together before he even decide to be in a relationship with someone. He could meet a therapist, he could try to change on his own. The very last one is people who are so into themselves. It is so annoying, and it's such a red flag. So I feel like you should just move once you notice this kind of a thing. Okay, for example, I was with a guy and we were talking, and we've not even stayed together. We don't even know each other past 18 hours. Okay, we just met, let's say, in the afternoon, and then it was night time, and he was already saying things like, I like you and this and that. And I wasn't really listening to it, because I don't like it when people tell you they like you and you see the whole seriousness in their faces, even when you know that this shit might not even be true. But that's not even the point. The point is we started talking, and then on and on and on he went talking about himself. Just himself. Even when he now asked me a question, okay, what do you do, what's your talent, and I said something, it did not take him 10 seconds. The conversation went back to him again. I'm like, how do people just stay in themselves? He was not even interested in getting to know what exactly it is I do. Probably he just asked the question for accent's sake and all. And when I said the next thing, he switched conversation back to him, back to what he was doing, back to what he's doing, back to what he would do after he goes home today. And I'm like, no, I would not even text you again after this. This is a very serious red flag. You can't be telling someone, I like you, this, and then you don't even want to get to know anything about the person, but the whole day you said almost everything about yourself. The person is not going to have listening ears, and that's on period. I'm going to say this before I end this video. Again, these red flags are very important. Sometimes they're just there, right in our faces, and we just choose to ignore it. Because of what? Love. Okay, I could get that, but then you're just to try to get to know this person, and when you notice these certain things, you need to take a piss. You need to just walk, because like I said in the beginning, if you accept certain things now, you would have to keep on going with them. If you accept certain things, like he doesn't really like to call and text, he's always busy, blah blah blah, you have to deal with it when he finally asks you out, or when you guys finally start dating. And you wouldn't really have a peaceful one, because you might even be the kind of person that craves attention. If you know what you want, stick to it. This is what you want from a guy. Do not go below your standards. Yes, do not go below your standards just because you like somebody. At the end of the day, you're going to find out that keeping to your standards, it's very important, because it's what's going to make you very happy. Okay, giving someone attention or not doing any of these red flags is very easy. So if you see someone dishing it out to you, just cut the person loose. All right, be a girl or a guy, this is the end of this video. This is the end of this episode. If you liked it, drop a comment, please. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, share to your family and friends, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Dogs.